Andor Diego Luna, the Emmy run has begun for your consideration. Events happening all over the country. Big cities, New York, Beverly Hills, LA, Hobnob. Let's talk to each other and let's get some nominations. Well, that is going on. Whether it deserves it, that's not the point of this conversation. In this conversation, I want to give you guys a challenge. A challenge. But you're going to have to wait for that challenge. You're going to have to wait for that challenge because right now, what is this challenge all about? I got to give you the information first. So stick around as we're gonna go into a couple quotes from Diego Luna and Andor, and then I'm gonna lay down the challenge to all you people working in Hollywood. That's right. So you guys got to stick around until then. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Make sure you also go to thelatinoslant.com. Sign up on our newsletter. It is growing every day. The channel is growing every day, and we love that you guys are here. Okay, let's get to it. Ay, mama. Diego Luna on Golden Derby. This is a whole Emmy push for your consideration happening. He's quoted a few things here, saying that Diego Luna on the changing landscape of Star Wars. Now that universe represents me too. Oh, isn't that nice? I'm going to scroll on down. Here's the question. Star Wars has been largely set in a more of a mythic fairy tale realm, and you guys have moved it nicely into an allegorical way of telling the stories, using Star Wars as that kind of vehicle. What did that mean to you to shift the paradigm on how to tell a Star Wars story and see it hit with the audiences the way it has? Well, it's just that the audience keeps changing, keeps growing in diversity. It's interesting that that there's room to do things in the Star Wars universe probably 20 years ago were not even possible. I mean, like having a character like Cassian, for myself as an actor, to be involved in a Star Wars show. I grew up watching Star Wars and no one looked like me. There was no way I could picture myself as part of that universe. And today it's different. If you're young and you have a Latino background, you see Star Wars and you go like, wow, that universe represents me too. That's kind of cool. Here is a situation where even when you're trying to gun for Emmy nominations, which is also already a popularity contest, trying to get nominations award season, you divert back to this default standard that they have in Hollywood with minorities as your identity, diversity, your representation. And I think it is in this example, especially in this example, it is the ultimate insult, the ultimate shame that you even have to go there, because your quality of work in this particular example is so amazing. I mean, I'm a big Andor fan, even more so of season 2. And it is this itis, it is this sickness. To me, it is almost a kind of a cult-like thinking that you gotta mention diversity, representation, people that look like me on the screen in order to appeal to whoever you need to appeal in Hollywood, which is a whole nother, crazy dysfunction right there. Just so you can get the next job, the brownie points. And in this one, the Emmy nomination. Now, it staggers me, it blows me away because, and yet I'm not surprised. Because clearly, here's one example. You can absolutely rest on the laurels of the excellence of this show. And that's what I've always talked about. I have not changed my position on this. Is that it's not about representation. It is about the presentation of your work that gets you that gets you the career that where you can stamp and claim yourself and just to be as if, meaning you belong. You have always belonged. This is a pity party. I mean, I'm not going to mince words, man. You don't see the majority, and we'll say, for lack of a better word, the Caucasian, the gringos, the white people talking like this. Maybe if there's like some kind of connection to Irish or old British folk, Yeah, but it's always one of just in awe of that culture. Here it's like, I never saw myself before. Isn't that something? Now, before I get to the challenge, I also want to clarify some things that Mr. Luna got wrong. Is that we minorities have been part of the fandom of Star Wars since 1977. So he was saying that this fandom, the audience has changed, has been more diverse with Star Wars. We've been diverse, Diego. It's just that you weren't born, and then let's just face it, you're really not a Star Wars fan. Maybe you've grown to become one since Rogue One, but that's only 10 years ago. Another thing, and this is very important, is I always saw myself in Luke Skywalker, in the coolness of Han Solo, in the insecurity and just quirky tones and in moments of R2D2. That's who I saw myself of, and I was a 7, 8 year old little brown boy, for lack of better words. Then it kept growing when I was 10 with Empire Strikes Back, Lando Calrissian and Yoda. So don't give me that. That is just factually incorrect. Because one, the fandom has always been diverse, and two, we've always seen ourselves in so many different characters in the Star Wars universe. Now, up to the challenge. I want to challenge any of you Latino creatives working in and out of the business who are interviewed on a red carpet, in an interview, in a Q&A, on a panel, this and that. Oh my God, the greatest, the biggest of biggest. I want to challenge you to do this in your interviews. No matter what the question is, do not bring up representation. Do not bring up diversity. Do not bring up the color of your skin, the background that you come from. You're an actor, you're creative. I challenge you to bring up none of that, just the work. I challenge you to act as if you belong, because here is the truth. We have always belonged. And now that we're there, act as if, because you earned it. You earned it 100%. Because when you bring up all that stuff, it's like you didn't earn it based on the work, based on your who you are, whether you're a writer and the writing, the director and the direction, or the acting and the acting. You had to get in there with some sort of this weird token pass, and we're not feeling it, man. We're not feeling it. And I want you guys to act as if you belong, because you do. And when you start acting like that, all this stuff, you burned it off. It doesn't even matter. It's as if, and you're telling great stories, and you're acting your hearts out and all that stuff. So that, guys, is the challenge. I know I'm gonna piss you off with some of this stuff, but that's your challenge. Accept it, man. Ethan Hunt that stuff. Because listen, when do you not hear an actor talk about some identity, talk about some cultural background, some victim default that they have to say? Stop it. Just stop it. So that's my challenge. That's my challenge. I think you guys can do it. I know you guys can do it, because there's so much to talk about just within the work that you created on that particular project. And with Andor, there was a wealth. Don't fall for the bait too either, man, because media loves asking these goofball questions. Tell us about the diversity in your story. Tell us, what was it like to be a little brown boy in Star Wars? It's like, just as is if being a white guy in Star Wars, a black person in Star Wars. We're rocking the work. The work speaks for itself. Yeah, I think you guys got my you see where I'm coming from with this challenge. Okay, now go out there and do it now, because I'm watching you guys. I'm watching so many of your interviews. There's very few of you guys who knock it out of the park when you're just talking about work, your passion for film and art. without it being a political stance, without some social justice proclamation. You know what? Make a proclamation for your work. That's the challenge. Latino Slant. Let me know what you guys think right now. It's your time. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel called the Latino Slant, because we're doing so many fantastic fun things wherever you're at. Keep that slant fuerte. Gracias.